It was long. It was good. But I think the battle's about to start here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're about to start. Give us a second here.
Get keen for this one. I'm really curious to see who's going to emerge victorious for this one. Honestly, I want to see some tiebreakers happen today just because I want to see what teams do for North.
I actually welcome the tiebreaker between FFV versus STCN because I'd like to see what the third match is going to be like. Because,
Wait, here we go. Let's take a look at these lineups, fellas. Oh, I love STCN's lineup. I love it. I'm going to go straight off the bat. I love it. Reason being, Montana and Ohio, very, very staple, solid picks for any battleships. Ohio with the 457mm overmatch and the good secondaries. Montana just for the sheer consistency of those guns. Des Moines, awesome for the radar and the hydro, fantastic DPM. Salem, same thing as Des Moines, slightly worse radar, but you got that super heal. Marseille for pushing around those flanks with those massive guns. Napoli for doing something similar, but you got that full speed smoke and just the incredible armor scheme. And this is my favorite part here. Vampire 2 and Double Daring. Absolutely. It's a rather daring strategy.
FFV, by the way, real quick.
No, sure. They're bringing the Ohio, St. Vincent, Des Moines, Salem, Marseille, Habarovsk, Daring, Yu Yang, and Ragnar.
No worries.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's just start off with right at the beginning of this match. Okay, Islands of Ice. You know, like this could go either way. Okay. Both teams, you know, like this is the one match that I'm gonna say that I think STCN is really gonna play passive at first, then aggressive towards the halfway through point. FFB strikes me as that they really want to push in hard. What's your thoughts, guys?
Now, when I'm looking at STCN's lineup, and the reason I'm like very, very excited about their lineup is the Double Daring and that Vampire 2. You've got effectively three Daring class ships in this match, and they're very, very powerful, right?
They're not to go up against them, yeah, but yeah.
if you are very skilled in the Daring,
yes.
What does this mean for you? Those single fire torps can be game changing, right?
Yeah.
You can absolutely turn the tide of an entire game if you know exactly what you're doing with those torps, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm very, very curious to see how well these guys actually play. And I really, really want to see how well they actually manage to utilize this. In saying that, the strat that they're employing here, they're going for a very, very kind of a weak Bravo cap here, which, fair enough. You have the Vampire 2 sitting there with the very, very good Hydra of that thing. Meanwhile, we've got the Napoli, Des Moines, and Ohio heading towards Charlie Cap, and we've got Salem, Marseille, and Montana making the way across to the Alpha Cap. This is something I do kind of like, but I'm very, very cautious about in the center of Bravo, not having that kind of crossfire with the battleship, but it does look like we've got the Montana setting up, ready to be providing crossfire. Why don't we take a look over at the FFV's push that's happening down towards Charlie? Now that's something else. That's very aggressive from the looks of things so far. Good lord.
Well, FFP will take the Charlie Cap. That goes without saying. They've got the Des Moines, the Yu Yang, and they're only going to be going up against close quarter combat of another Daring. But yeah, STCN, they've now got both A and B cap. Let's see where your Daring and the Ragnar are. They're not really going to push in now. I don't think they'll push. They'll take up an aggressive defensive stand.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, looking at this, like, what FFE is doing here is not something we've seen a huge amount of so far. We've seen a lot of teams go, okay, let's try and control those caps and then sit tight. They're giving up A and B to go for a massive C push here, right? This is very risky, but if it works, it could pay off immensely for them, right?
This is true. Ooh, the torps might hit us.
He'll miss the torps, just.
Just with the Des Moines. But I mean, yeah, this is insanely risky. Reason being, you're giving up a lot of map control, a lot of early gameplay advantage here in terms of points, and just overall positioning to try and pull off something very, very strong in the mid to late game.
But what FFP could be thinking of doing is flanking down that 9 and 10 line.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. The issue, though, is that Napoli there is going to really hinder their efforts. And especially when you have a Des Moines that's now aware of their presence and aware of what they're trying to do. He's angled up, and he's got that Hydra, and so is the Daring. All those torpedoes that actually were fired by the Yu Yang there, they've all been spotted. So they're completely useless, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't see much of action happening overnight, but let me say, hypothetically speaking, if FFV were to outflank in Charlie, they can probably break SSTCN defense the way it is right now.
They could do, but it's got to happen swiftly. Because if they take too long for it, it's not going to matter. They'll just have the points against them.
That's true.
They've got to take out the Des Moines, then the Napoli. Yeah, then they've still got to contend with the Daring and the Ohio. But again,
you suffer from the same thing here into the Des Moines.
Yes, there is. But as you can see, they're going to push up that 10 line. So
all this Des Moines just been hammered. He's just gone and sniped across the map from the Ohio. This is actually quite good now for
that
FFV.
is like, wow.
That is a definite blow.
So this Des Moines he's actually going down very quickly, which is good for FFV. This is exactly what they want in this scenario here. They want to eliminate this Des Moines quickly so they can keep pushing down this flank. They've actually done a fantastic job, and they've managed to retake Alpha here, which is not something we've seen much of. Daring's been spotted. He has launched some single fire torps against the St. Vincent. Are they going to connect? This is the big question. I don't think so from the looks of things, because he's managed to slow right down. But I think he might have a second set at the ready.
Those torps are looking pretty juicy.
Oh, Des Moines been spotted. Yukibot's been spotted by the Des Moines on the other side. He's dead. He's absolutely dead. There's no way he gets out of this. Not with a Des Moines on your broadside like that.
Oh, Daring. Down. The Daring on FFV's team knocked down.
Oh, that's a fantastic kill there.
And the Des Moines is gone as well too.
Des Moines going to go down here. Bang. There goes the Des Moines. So, all of a sudden now, this is actually a fair bit closer, right? FFV have, unfortunately, losing that destroyer up in A. That really hurts them bad.
What I'm seeing at the moment right now is that FFV have done the right thing by pushing hard at C. But if they need to forget those 3 ships in the back there, the Napoli, the Daring, and the Ohio, and scoot across towards Bravo.
Yeah, but see, you've got the Des Moines and the Yu Yang already shooting over through the center.
This is exactly what they need to be doing. Yeah, they're doing the correct thing here. They're pushing through. They're trying to deal with this Montana here, who's now actually caught out alone. These two should be able to deal with this Montana, and that's going to be a huge blow to STC. And if they manage to pull this off, right?
Yeah. I reckon they will. Des Moines with his radar, so he can spot the Montana Pro.
Oh, the Ragnar and FFV is hurting, and is actually climbing away. He's really hurting.
Well, he's got 2 other DDs, the Vampire 2, which is a really tremendously strong gunboat.
Yeah, it's a fantastic gunboat. And this Ragnar's still burning. He's got another 20 seconds left on his damage control before he can try and extinguish that fire. So, oh, that's not good. This Salem's now becoming the brunt of all this attention here, which is not good for him whatsoever.
No.
But this Yu Yang in the center's actually managed to cap Bravo, I think, here. So that's good for FFV. They've now got the cap advantage. They're going to swing their points back in their favor if they can maintain their ships. Unfortunately for the Salem, I'm not sure if that's going to be really the case. Yeah, just look at him. He's got triple fire on him at the moment. So even that superhero is not going to help him whatsoever.
And he's still charging in. If anything, yeah.
Oh, St. Vincent got nailed by torps there from the Daring. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, there's actually a nice decisive blow over there. I was actually looking at the St. Vincent earlier, but it didn't look like it first, but there's an interesting kill right there.
The Salem is for
Going down here.
Salem's gone down.
Is gone.
FFV
He's gone
has
down.
actually done a pretty good job of taking coup caps, but they're actually losing ships fast.
Yeah, they've lost too many ships now that they're actually losing, even with 2 caps to their name. So that's not good for them. They've got to start making up the kills where they really can now. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where they're going to really be able to get kills from. Really,
Neither do
unless the closest one they can maybe get is probably this Montana through the Yu Yang and Des Moines combo.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I don't really see many other kills happening fast, apart from maybe this Daring here. Daring versus Carver.
Well, yeah. I was just going to say you've got the Daring. He's going to go up against the Khabarovsk and the Napoli that's just coming around that island there.
Well, unfortunately for the Carver, though, he's actually losing that kind of engagement there. So,
yeah.
and the Marseille is actually going down here as well. So that's not ideal.
Yeah, I think it's all over for FFP.
FFV, but yeah.
Yeah.
FFV is
FFP.
FFV is like they really did put up with a good fight though, and I can see that they could change it, but they need to have extra kills in their way.
Well, is that Marcel going to wear torps?
He's dodged the first set. Second set, he does have Hydro up. I think he eats one of these torpedoes.
He's gonna get
He's
it.
going to eat one.
Ooh, he just dodges that by the skin of his teeth.
Oh,
But he's forced
I
himself
know he's
to
broadside,
almost,
so
to go broadside. So
there
And he goes down.
Goes down to the
Yeah.
Ohio.
And that's really sealed the deal for this game.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
SSCN
think
has
I'm
actually
happy
done a
with this
great
now.
job. They actually were very calm, and I bet the person who's making the call, he's actually done the right thing by regrouping his teammates. And I've noticed that he's got his teammates hanging back at A and regrouped his main ships over at Bravo, which is very well played.
This Vampire 2 has gone a little over ambitious here, trying to push into the center of cap there, but that's not going to work out well when there's a Des Moines sitting right and the Yu Yang in front of your face. As great as the Vampire 2 is, it didn't quite work out the way he was hoping, I don't think.
No, but those torps look like they smashed the Montana a little bit.
Yeah, that Montana wore a couple.
Just 1 or 2 there, but well, this Des Moines now, he's getting some hurt coming in from Daring as well. Like, he's just in a crossfire here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they don't have the hit points. They don't have the ships really to do anything. As I said at the beginning of this game, it was a massive risk to be doing that push around Charlie. If it worked out for him, he could have very well won them the game in one swift stroke. Unfortunately, though, it just didn't work out in their favor because the ships on STCN were well and truly ready for that kind of a push. They were defensive, they were kiting, and they got those early caps. So
And FFV's Des Moines is been getting a hammering. And well, they just lost their Ragnar, so
just lost the Ragnar, and as soon as this one goes down, I think that's going to be GG.
yeah, that'll be GG's.
There we go. Game over. Congratulations to STCN for the win there. Awesome. Congratulations to STCN there for what was the textbook win essentially. I don't mean to be rude, but that was a very, very clean clinical execution there of winning that game.
FFV
You really couldn't have asked for better.
No, FFV tried to flank them, but not pulling that off. I think that's what cost them the game. Like
They
you were
tried to
saying.
flank, and STCN reacted instantly when they noticed, like, hey, there is a push here, and they started
Yeah.
to kite.
They spotted
Yeah.
the push early. They
Congratulations,
set up for it. They
STCN.
took advantage of any of the parts of the map. They were and truly on top of it.
Congratulations, STCN, and good job, FFV, for putting up with a good fight, by the way. So, great job, both teams, by the way. Looking